Welcome to jain9.com. In this session, we'll discuss about identifiers in the C programming language. Identifiers in C. Okay. In the last session, we have discussed about the keywords. So we know that keywords are words only. That means a sequence of characters. These are predefined, and it has some functionality that should be done by the compiler. In the same way, identifiers are, these are also words, but these are user defined. These are user defined. That means programmer will define it. Programmer will define these identifiers, and keywords are defined by the compiler. Okay, so this is the difference actually. So about the identifiers. Okay, and so here identifiers are only names. Identifiers, or you can say these are called names, or you can say sometimes you can call it as symbols. Symbols, or you can say symbolic names. Symbolic names, or you can say these are named memory locations. Named memory locations. Okay, to reference, that means to name the programming entities. So these are the just only names to identify the programming entities. So we can say to identify. So these are to identify the programming entities or programming elements. Programming elements, or we can say entities, programming entities. Okay, so what are these programming elements or entities? You can say, so these are the programming entities. What are these? So in the C language, okay, in the C language, these are variables, functions, arrays, or you can say pointers, structures, unions, enums, and labels, like that. Okay, so that will be used for the goto statements. Okay, these are the programming elements in the C language. Okay, we will discuss all these programming elements in the upcoming sessions. Okay, at this point of time, just okay, you try to just understand what are the programming elements. Okay, we will discuss each of these in the upcoming sessions. No need to worry at this point of time. Just you have to understand what are the identifiers. Okay, so here if you take any programming language, we have to follow some rules to name these identifiers. Okay, so you can say rules for the identifiers. Rules for the identifiers. Okay, what are the rules? There are simple basic rules. The first one is, you can say, identifiers cannot be used as keywords. Sorry, keywords cannot be used as identifiers. Keywords cannot be used as identifiers. So this is the basic step you have to understand. You can change the case of the keywords and you can use it as identifiers, but it is not recommended for the real-time programming. Okay, fine. So next one, we cannot use entire ASCII character set to name the identifiers. Just we have to use only alphabets up to A to Z, small a to Z, and capital A to capital Z, and you can use the numbers from 0 to 9, and you can use the underscore. Okay, this is underscore. Okay, apart from this, you can't use any other symbols to name these identifiers, and also the first letter in the to name the identifiers. Okay, the first letter of the identifier must be either alphanumeric, or that means either alphabet or underscore. It should not be it should not be a number. Okay, it should not be a number. The first letter. Okay, first letter must be these only. Must be these only. Okay, you cannot use number. You cannot use number as a first letter to name the identifier. Okay, so and you can say around only it depends upon the compiler. Only first 31 significant first 31 letters are, you can say first 31 letters are significant for the GCC also. The length of identifier, you can say identifier is 31 letters. Okay, only first 31 letters are significant, you can say. Maybe for the Microsoft it might be 256 characters like that, but for the GCC you can use the more length also, but in general if it will be compiled, it might be truncated. So be careful, up to 31 letters you try to name it. Okay, and so basically these are the conditions we should follow while naming the identifiers. Okay, and these are case sensitive, you can say identifiers are case sensitive. So that means small a is different from capital A, or you can say count is different from capital C OENT. Okay, these are two different identifiers that we have to understand. Okay, so these are because identifiers are case sensitive. The first and foremost basic rule is you cannot use identifiers as keywords as identifiers. You can change the case and use it, but it is not recommended actually. Fine. And you should not use entire character set to name the identifiers. Only use alphabets like small a to small z and capital A to capital Z, and underscore and 0 to 9. Okay, and these are only letters it should be allowed to name the identifiers. And the first letter should not be a number. You should try to understand the first letter to name the identifier. It should not be a number, but in between, after the first letter, you can use the numbers to name the identifiers. And the length is around 31 letters only significant. Okay, you should try to refer your documentation, your compiler documentation, if you have any more details for the length of the identifiers. Okay, and all the identifiers are case sensitive. That means, okay, small count is different from the capital C OINT count. Okay, fine. We'll try to write a simple program to understand means to name the identifiers. And also one thing is C programmers will follow snake case style to name the identifiers. If there are more words, you can say, so the words will be combined with the help of the underscore. That is called a snake case style. Generally we follow snake case style while writing the C programs. Like let us suppose Aadhaar card details, like that. Okay, you can use like this. We'll try to write a sample program, and if you don't follow these rules, definitely you will get the compile time error. We'll try to write a sample program to understand this. Okay, the first rule is, so keywords cannot be used as identifiers. Okay, you try to write this and save it as a C file. Save desktop demo.c and okay, right, let us suppose int is a keyword and identifier is, I would like to write keyword only. Okay, I don't want to take all these things right now. Okay, fine, save it and try to run it from the command prompt. cd desktop gcc demo.c. See, you will get error. So what is the error here? So 2 or more data types in the declaration specifier. Okay, so you should not use data types as identifier like that. And one more condition is, okay, you have to use only these characters as to name the identifiers. Okay, and you should not use first letter, should not take first number as a first letter to name the identifier. If I would try to take it, so what is the output you will see? Let us suppose 1 count. Okay, you can write count 1, but I would like to, okay, you can write like this, but I would like to give the number as a first letter. So what will happen? Save it and again you compile it. gcc, okay, demo.c. See here, invalid syntax. Okay, it is an integer constant, so you should not use number as a first letter. Okay, so it is error, it is not compiled. Okay, you cannot get the binary. Fine, so next step is you can use underscore, that is fine, and the length is 31. Only first 31 letters are significant, but you can use any means enum, but according to GCC compiler it will be truncated. Let us suppose if I like to take like this, okay, more than 31. I saved it and you just again compile it, it will be compiled. Okay, and also if you want to print it also, we can get the output. Okay, let us suppose equal to, let us suppose 10. I would like to print the value here. Okay, printf %d/n comma, so this identifier, that means it is a variable here, but just you have to understand at this point of time it is identifier, and the length I am giving. Saved it and try to compile it. Yes, it is compiled and you will get the output also. Okay, but see, you try to figure out refer your documentation according to whatever the compiler that you are using, so that you can understand what are the rules that should be followed for the length of the identifier, or any some other rules also. Okay, so yeah, generally C programs would use snake case style while writing the multiple words as a to name the identifiers. Okay, so this is about the identifiers, and I would like to close this session, and in the next session we'll discuss about the operators, and we'll see one by one. And if you like this video, please like it and share to your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more related videos. Okay? Thank you.